Hello everyone, this is Mr. Big T Anderson, and today we're doing a reading of... This is going to be a little bit different, actually, because I'm not reading a full fan fiction. There are some fan fictions out there, for those who don't know, where each chapter is its own small story, and it's within the larger universe. That is this case. Now, this is The Little Things by Aithusa, but I'm only going to read Chapter 2, which is called Traitor. There's 4 chapters right now, and I'm just going to read one chapter because I think you'll get a nice taste of what's going on. It's going to be more friendship, humory, fun, and that's great because sometimes you got to have it. The writer in this case is Aithusa. Hopefully I don't mispronounce that. If you are new here, thanks for listening. Here are the rules. Aithusa wrote it. I'm just reading it. I'm trying to do a dramatic reading because I think fanfiction needs to have a little bit more good PR out there. So that's what I'm doing. And in this case, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter one, and hopefully I just wish you enjoy it. So this is from the Mass Effect fandom called Little Things Chapter 2, Traitor. You betrayed me. Lara's eyes glittered with barely suppressed rage as she spoke. Garrus shifted uncomfortably under her glare, and his mandibles fluttered in distress. I didn't have a choice. Liara huffed in disbelief and turned away from him, unable to look at him for a second longer. We were supposed to be a team, Garrus. I trusted you. Seated at the opposite end of the table, Joker rolled his eyes at the theatrics and shoved the deck of Uno cards closer to Liara. Just draw your cards already. Liara reached towards the deck and deliberately drew each of the 4 cards, painfully slowly, glaring daggers at Garrus the whole time. Garrus shrunk in his seat, his eyes flickering guiltily over to the shiny +4 card at the top of the pile. Shepard snickered, but quickly muffled the sound as Liara's glare shifted to her. She was beginning to think that teaching Liara to play Uno had been a bad idea. Who knew she was so competitive? Which color, Garrus? Garrus nervously muttered a quick blue. Liara's glare becoming more intense, and Garrus shrunk further down into his seat. In an attempt to move on quickly, Shepard slammed a blue +2 onto the top of the file and murmured an apology to Tali, who, absorbed in the drama between Liara and Garrus, tried to play a normal 2 card on top of it. Kaiden stretched his hand out to stop her from putting the card down on the pile. Shepard played a +2 on you. You can't just put a normal one on top. Tali tore her gaze away from Liara, and Garrison blinked at the pile. All right, yes, I'll just... I know how you feel, Tali. The burn of betrayal. Liara butted in dramatically, turning further away from Garrus and facing the wall. Garrus dropped his cards on the table. Come on, you made me miss a turn when I was going in the other direction. Liara sputtered in mock indignation and spun around to face him again. Missing a turn is nothing compared to a +4, and I had to get rid of the high cards. Ashley was nearly out. Ashley leaned back in her chair. Well, don't bring me into this. I'm just playing the game. Joker snorted in disbelief. Ashley turned her head to look at him and raised a single threatening eyebrow. You got something to say there, Moreau? Within seconds, the table descended into chaos as full-blown arguments broke out among all the players. A joyous spark glinted in Rex's eyes, who was glad to finally see some action. Accusations of cheating flew across the table. Shepard heard snippets of the argument between Kaiden and Tali. I was only trying to help, followed by a sarcastic, sure. Thankfully, Shepard had a loyal companion to rush to the rescue, Pepper the cat. Attracted by the commotion, pounced on the table, scattering cards, chip, and dip everywhere. Kaiden ducked, and Garrus leapt out of his chair to avoid being hit by a flying cheddar cheese dip. A blanket of silence settled over the table as Pepper plonked himself in the center before Garrus seized the opportunity to make a quick getaway. Shuffling towards the door, he said, Well, looks like the game's over. I better get going. The Mako looked like it needed a little, work. With that, he slipped out of the room. Liara narrowed her eyes, jumped up, and rushed after him, unwilling to let the matter go. She was followed shortly by Tali, who didn't want to miss out on the action, and soon everyone but Shepard, Joker, and Pepper had disappeared. Joker leaned back in his seat. Well, that was fun. Shepard reached out to scratch behind Pepper's ears gratefully. It really wasn't. We should do it again. We are never doing that again. Maybe Monopoly? Oh, hell no. Joker chuckled and examined a card dripping with red sauce. This is why people play with virtual decks of cards. Pepper meowed in agreement, stretched out on the table, purring contentedly. So, that was The Little Things Chapter 2 by Aithusa, and I can't speak English anymore. Anyway, if you are on YouTube, it's very popular for the Uno games to be videotape. So if you didn't know that I've seen stuff like this actually happen, and it was very funny because now I will never get this moment out of my head. But if you liked how I did it, you can leave a comment down below if you want to give the author or give the story a critique. You can do so through the addresses below. And you know what? I just hope you guys have a good one. Ta-ta for now.